So sometimes, we ask ourselves questions in life, so being a hero of the story, who are my heroes, right? So today's video, we're going to talk about my heroes, and I have lots of heroes, whether it be from my mom, from my dad, or other members of my family, you know. I've got lots of heroes that are very important to me, okay? But I wanted to take today's video to celebrate some heroes that I was really proud of this year. So, following international news, okay, lots of difficulties in the world right now. We know this comes with the Kalki avatar, all these different things, and we're going to get through it, okay? We're going to get to that golden age of peace and love and light and happiness and joy and prosperity for all. Okay, we'll get there, but there's hiccups in the meantime. And that's basically everyone processing the increase in light and creation universe, and basically depending on how thick their ego is layered upon them, it determines how long it takes for that increased light to penetrate them and infuse their core. But the light is there, but some of the egos are so thick that they try to reject the light, right? Which pushes them deeper into darkness, because then they cut themselves off from the light of God, from the truth of God. Okay? So it's important to understand that some egos and can actually work against you, But at the same time, ego is important because it sustains you in a way in daily progressive action, but it must be acknowledged and consciously seen and understood, right? So understanding ego is a big part of it, right? A big part of understanding yourself and others. So who are my heroes? Okay, well, obviously there's been a lot of suffering in Gaza, for example. We've all been watching that this year, watching the news. So who are some heroes of mine? Well, some of the heroes that I have, for example, are the Gaza flotilla, Greta Thunberg's flotilla, right? Who came, her fleet, who tried to bring aid to Gaza. I thought that was truly, truly remarkable. And some of my heroes also are the governments of Italy and Spain, right? Who actually, for a part of their journey, let some military vessels escort them to protect them from drones and things like that, right? That they send frigates or something like that, sometimes of boats, to protect the flotilla, right? To be there to protect them. So that was pretty heroic. That whole mission and thing in the news and all that, that was pretty heroic, So I would put that and Greta Thunberg in the top 10, heroic things done this year, definitely, just people expressing themselves to the world, saying we can no longer see suffering and be silent about it, right? And do nothing. So that was really, truly beautiful. So I think in 2025, who is the Kalki avatar, the Bhagwans? Yay, that's me. Hi. Who's my pick for heroes of the year? And I wouldn't even say one hero. I'm gonna put it to a group. I'm gonna say the Gaza flotilla that tried to bring aid, that was led by Greta Thunberg. Her and everyone on that flotilla. They are the recipients of the Avatar's 2025 award for the best hero amongst us. People who just have a big heart and they just can't see suffering anymore, and they're willing to put their own life at risk to try to end suffering. If everyone thought like that in the world would probably be a better place, right? And if everyone rejected causing suffering, right, then there would be less suffering caused, right? Now, it's difficult to eliminate all suffering, right? Because some sufferings we do to ourselves, but even those we can work upon ourselves and limit that suffering that we do to ourselves, right? So whether it be suffering we receive from others or circumstances, right? Or suffering we do to ourselves, well, all of these things can be limited, right? And brought to a place where suffering is no longer suffering, but just challenge, right? Challenge which propels us forward, and we take away the suffering from life, right? So this is something that, as a Buddha, I've been working on for a long time. Okay, a long, long time. So a little bit of information about that today. Thank you for listening to this video on the Zen Warrior channel.